How are we going out there, guys? My name is Sin. I am the Crypt Keeper. Thank you for tuning in again for another ICO review. And let's get straight into it. Today we are looking at a wonderful new project called Asuracoin. So what are Asuracoin? Asuracoin are an online eSports ecosystem. They are trying to create an online world basically where eSports players can come together and do everything eSports related. Now, if you're not familiar with what eSports are, let me describe quickly what they are for you. So basically, it's electronic sports, electronic gaming. So people who play online games such as Counter-Strike and League of Legends and all sorts of other different games can get together in this online world and play these games against each other. They can play tournaments. There's online betting for these games. And there's just, you know, all sorts of different things that they can do in this community that they have. So what Asuracoin are trying to create is an ecosystem called Asura World, where players of esports can come together and, you know, join in the fun in one large community. Currently in the esports world, there's quite a bit of segregation between people who play different games. There's some superiority complexes and things like that that occur where if you play one game and not another, then you're not as good as these people. And if you play this game and not that one, then you're not as good as them. So esports, Asuracoin are trying to bring together people from all different aspects, different games, different worlds in the gaming world, and try to bring them together in a place where they can get along, share ideas, get rewards for sharing ideas, be rewarded for being kind and generous and friendly with one another, and try and, you know, bring people all together rather than creating a divide, which is what's happening in the esports world currently. So before we go any further, let's just take a look at some esports data for you guys right now that I've been able to find online on a statistics website called statista.com. Now you can see the esports market revenue worldwide from 2012 to 2021, so projected from 2018 now to 2021 in US million dollars. So in 2012 it was $130 million was the revenue earned from the entire esports world. You can see that increasing to 194 million, and then in 2016 was almost 500 million. 2018 this year projected to be 906 million, and the projections go on there to 1.2 billion, 1.5 billion, then 1.65 billion in 2021. So clearly we can use statistics, data, and analysis to project the revenue. So you can see this is an industry that has been increasing for quite some time and will continue to do so. Now, Asuracoin are going to be running on the Neo Smart Economy, so it will be a Neo NEP5 token, which is great. There's lots and lots of different tokens being launched, different projects being launched on Neo this year. We've already had a few released, and there are going to be more. We all know there's, you know, large fan base in the Neo community, so that is great to see another NEP5 token being released. Some other news that they will have just in regards to the token sale, which is beginning quite soon. You can see it begins on the 21st of May. If you would like to join the whitelist that is open, you can apply right there. And also, of course, on the spreadsheet, which we will jot in all this information in, you can simply click on the open whitelist section there, and that will take you straight to the whitelist. Now, something brand new that's going to be happening with Asuracoin is that they're going to be, right here, they're going to be launching their token sale in a partnership with O3, which is a Neo mobile wallet app, and they are going to be the first project to have their token sale available via a mobile app. So it's going to be available on both the Android operating system and the iOS. So again, it is the first project to have a crowd sale available through the mobile phone, which is excellent. You can see, yeah, Asuracoin announces partnership with O3. There will be the world's very first Neo token sale via mobile. So that's exciting, very exciting news there. I will have this link down in the comment section of the video, so feel free to go ahead and have a read of that. Here's a little GIF showing you exactly what it would look like on the app. So that's great, I think, to be able to have that accessible to so many different people. You know, rather than having to be on a PC, you can now do that through your mobile app, which is great. Again, it'll be linked down into the comment section so you can have a look at that yourself. So Asura World will be a quite in-depth gaming experience, trying to bring together all sorts of different people from the esports community to come together in one place so they can all get along together and have all the different information and all the different, knowledge to be learned and ideas to be shared in one large community rather than being split up all over the place in different places. So there are going to be 4 main corners of the esports world. They're going to be esports betting. So, as is pretty self-explanatory, what you can do there is bet on different tournaments, either amateur tournaments or professional tournaments. You can, and all of the betting and the odds are going to be automatically created via smart contracts on the Neo system. And also it is going to be completely open source. So, the rules can be changed by people, by community voting via smart contracts also. So the idea of the entire Asura world is that when it is self-sustainable, it will be able to grow and evolve by itself, and it will be maneuvered along by the people who are part of the community. So there will be voting that goes on, and this voting will be able to judge the fairness of the betting, and all the different aspects will be handled and controlled by the community itself, which is excellent. So it'll be able to evolve by itself without having too much interaction with the team leaders and the people who are creating the project at all. So there'll also be professional guides in the system. So basically some professional coaching created by experts in the game. Professional players will be able to create coaching guides to help players improve their game. Everybody wants to improve their game, not only just in gaming, but in everything in the world. So how good would it be to have professionals at the top of the field of the subject that you're interested in, give you video tutorials of how to improve? So now that's another part of the token usage there, is that the people creating the video guides for coaching will be rewarded via tokens, and to be able to watch the guides, you'll also need to use your Asura coins to watch them. So it's another really good way for the token exchange to happen along the Asura World ecosystem. There'll also be community matchmaking. So you can either have 2 players that play against each other or 5-on-5 tournaments. Now, to be fair, so that you don't have, one amateur playing against a complete professional, there'll be algorithms and code used via smart contracts, again, to put people against opponents with similar skill level. Again, that will make it a lot more fairer when it comes to the betting aspect and the betting sides of things as well. Now, there'll also be tournament hosting, which is another one of the main corners of the Asura world, where people can create amateur tournaments, or you can create professional tournaments. There's thousands and thousands of people go and watch these tournaments played live. So Asura World will be able to host those tournaments. And to be able to host a tournament, you'll need to use your Asura coin to create the tournament, whether it's amateur or a professional tournament. And to be able to participate in the tournament, people will need to use Asura coins again to be able to play. And then depending on the size and the quality of the tournament, a portion of that total pool of tokens will go to the creator of the tournament, so they get rewarded for that, and also the rest will go into the prize pool to be divided amongst the people, just the same way as a poker tournament would run down. So the winner would get X amount of tokens, and then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th placings will also get tokens based on their place. So now let's move down. Let's have a look at this here. So you can see, learn from some of the best players in the world. So the website is a wonderful website. I do recommend you go there if you are interested in esports or online gaming, online betting, anything like this. It can cover all of your needs here. There is also going to be an awesome community center where people can get together, share ideas. There'll be the latest news about the esports community. There'll be the latest news about the newest games that are coming out, and it's a place for people to interact. And this is where people will get rewarded for just doing nice things and providing nice gestures, helping people out, answering questions. And this is how Asura World plans to try and bring people together in the gaming world. Again, as I described at the beginning of the video, there is quite some toxicity and some superiority that goes on in the gaming world, and Asura World plans to try and break that down and bring people together via the community center and reward people with Asura coins for doing nice things and just being kind to one another, which is something that apparently lacks in the esports world. Now let's have a brief look at their demo. So they do have an alpha up running. It is apparently a basic alpha. I've had a quick look at it already and thought it was pretty awesome. So I wonder what their, their main one will look like. So let's have a look at this right here. So this is the login screen, of course. Let's click here, explore Asura World Alpha demo. So let's click that. Stop, read this first. Welcome to Asura World Alpha. Please keep in mind you've experienced the most basic alpha version of Asura World so far, and is aimed to give all users only a partial experience of Asura World. So there's still going to be lots of work to done, lots of updates that happen to this. Let's continue on to the Asura World Alpha. So here we go. This is basically, I believe, the home screen that you'll come into, where you can select all the different sections. So you have the different games that are going to be available. To begin with, there will be 4 games. There will be League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, Kings of Glory, and here's a support section there. So just a little bit of history on some of the games there. Now, I'm familiar with League of Legends. I have heard a lot of. Counter-Strike is a game that I used to play a lot in my younger days, going back almost a decade. That is Counter-Strike Global Operations, Counter-Strike Go. We used to go to internet cafes and play that game ourselves for hours and hours and hours on end. This is before eSports, while it was a thing, but it wasn't anything I had ever heard of, and it definitely did not have the market's domination that it has right now in its field, in what it does. Also, King of Glory is the most played mobile app in China, so that is absolutely huge. Let's continue looking along here. So if you scroll down, there's just some news here. So Asura World Monthly, you can click on anything there. League of Legends, move down, popular guide. So this is basically where, you will see a brief summary of some of the guides that go on. So the professional gamers will create their guides and load them here. You can read more and watch the guides. Let's click there and see where that takes us. Okay, not found, because again, this is just an alpha. It is not ready at all by any means. There's lots of work to be done. Here is the news section. Click there, get some news on Dota, get some news on Counter-Strike, etc., etc. Current tournaments that are going on. I suppose you can press play and see a tournament as it's going on there. And now Twitch, we can see Twitch here. Twitch, as most of you would probably know, is an online streaming service that is the market leader in online games streaming, and Asura World will be working alongside and streaming their data through Twitch. If you have a look at Twitch here, let's just click Fortnite right there and just click this one, and it's just so fast and so simple to use, and you will just, there we go, we're watching someone, we're watching a live stream of the Fortnite game going on. So this is similar to how, pause that right there, you can see they're having a good old time. This is how the Asura World gaming will be streamed, will be through Twitch, which is an excellent partnership that they have there. Twitch, world known and the best in the industry. Let's have a look at something else. So matchmaking, let's see if anything loads when we click that. Okay, so these I don't think are completely ready as of yet. However, you get an idea of what it would look like, and I like it very much. Okay, so there we go. We clicked on tournaments. Excellent. So here you can have a look at some of the community tournaments for League of Legends, which is one of the games that will run on the Asura World platform. Registration open, so you can sign up to play, and then it shows you the prize pool and all sorts of stuff like that, which is excellent. Let's go back. So as you can see up here, we have our account section, our profile, and our wallet. So this is where you'll be able to deposit Asura coins, you'll be able to withdraw Asura coins, send them off to an exchange and do whatever you want to do with them there. So okay, look, that's the demo there. So you can see it is an excellent little alpha version of what their world is going to look like, and it looks like it's going to be excellent. That if you're into gaming, then this is something that you're probably going to enjoy. Okay, let's keep moving down. So as you can see, live streaming is something that's going to be offered clearly through Twitch. Users can choose their favorite game and watch their tournament live as their bets are played out. So if you're into your gambling, into your gaming, I enjoyed a good punt on online sports, as many people do, and it is always fun to place your bet and then to watch the sport and to see how it happens. It adds so much excitement to watching the game. So you can watch your favorite game, watch the players play in the tournaments, and see how your bet plays out. So the betting rules, Asura World uses unique game-oriented betting rules for an immersive betting experience. So the betting rules, again, are all going to be open source and available. And the rules are going to be able to be changed via online voting, all done via smart contracts. So again, it is meant to be very community-based, community-oriented, orientated, and to not be run by one governing top person at the top, which is exactly the fundamentals of what decentralization is. Community bets here. The community can vote on their favorite custom betting rules for a chance to see it implemented, and commissioned to maintain Asura World's monthly tournaments. A percentage of winnings are deposited directly into the monthly prize pool. Let's keep scrolling down here. Community matchmaking. Place your stakes and play against other players of similar skill level, 1 versus 1 or 5 versus 5. Win games, earn Asura coins, and climb on to the top of the leaderboards. Asura World tournaments. Asura World has an inbuilt tournament interface for users to host their own tournaments with an array of options customized to all needs. Asura World also hosts an official platform tournament every month with a large prize pool. That's excellent. I'm not sure if you guys have played in online tournaments before. I've played some Counter-Strike tournaments, as I've mentioned back a few years ago, and it was so much fun to watch your name, your brand rise to the top of the tournaments. It was always such a challenge, same as online poker tournaments when you play 100, 200, 500 person tournaments. It's always fun to see people get knocked out and to see you climb to the top of the ladder, hopefully get yourselves into the placings, and hopefully even win the tournament, where here you get rewarded with Asura coins. So that's excellent to be rewarded with actual crypto. Now let's have a look at their roadmap. So Q1 of 2018, the demo 1.0 of the alpha and the live streaming and unique betting section was completed, and we saw the alpha a bit earlier and it is quite great. They had the first video call with Neo in Shanghai. The Neo NEP5 smart contract development commenced. In Q2 2018, the demo version 2.0 alpha was launched with user interface and betting, streaming, professional guides, community matchmaking, tournaments. So I believe that is still to come quite soon. Asura World professional guides to commence with ranked Dota 2 players Rain and Wrath. Excellent. April 2018, Asura World CEO is at the Amsterdam Neo DevCon. May 2018 will be the whitelisting, KYC, and then the token sale. Third quarter 2018, we have lots of action happening here. The smart asset management for Asura World. Asura World betting alpha launch testing module. So that's where they will begin to launch the betting side of things. Asura World forum, community center, voting system alpha implementation and testing modules. And then of course, the Asura World guides post-production will be ready for implementation. In Q4 2018, we see the Asura World Professional Guides implementation, Asura World Tournament pre-alpha testing, Asura World Matchmaking pre-alpha testing, Dota 2 and League of Legends API testing, and Asura World Betting and Live Stream beta launch. And then Q1 of 2019, the Asura World Platform beta announcement, Asura World first monthly tournament, Asura World first custom bet voting launch, and then Q2 to the fourth quarter of 2019, the Asura World version 1 will be completely launched, Asura World Dota 2 Pro Teams, Asura World League of Legends Pro Teams, and Asura World Counter-Strike Pro Teams. So it is a very lengthy roadmap, which is always good to see in terms of the project and where they are heading. Now let's have a look at some of the token sale details for Asura Coin. As mentioned, the start date for the crowd sale is the 21st of May 2018, so beginning in a couple of weeks. The end date is the 15th of June, or of course until their hard cap is reached. And the hard cap for this project is $12 million, which is an excellent small hard cap. That's another thing that I found that was excellent about this team. I watched an AMA on YouTube by Crypto Zombie, did an awesome AMA with the CEO of Asura World, and they were just so humble. And the crowd sale and the ICO, yes, they're important to the project. However, their mind is on the tech. Their mind is making the products completely viable and making it work and getting that happening. And you can see that here with a hard cap of only 12 million. We have some projects trying to raise 50, 60, 100, 200 million even, we've seen, which is the massive projects. And you think, wow, like, what do you need all of that money for? It's a bit ridiculous, really. Anyway, that's my little rant on that. So the bonus is going to be 20% for the first 24 hours. Of course, it is a Neo token here. So the minimum contribution will be 1 Neo. Maximum for day 1 will be 50 Neo. And the maximum contribution for day 2 will be 500 Neo. So that is an excellent way to stop whales coming in and just completely flooding the system and taking all of the tokens away from, all of the little guys out there who want a fair share in this also. Some more bonus details there for you. Maximum supply is 1 billion tokens, and we have 65% of them available in the crowd sale. So at this stage, we can go ahead and start entering some details into our spreadsheet here. Asura Coin is the project. Is there a prototype? Yes, absolutely. We just had a look at the alpha version there, and it was Excellent. We'll enter those details in a little bit there. Number of tokens was 1 billion in total. And 65% of those are available in the ICO. That makes 650 million tokens available in the ICO. And we have a awesome small hard cap of just $12 million. Now the project is an open source project, as we explained. All their, everything will be up on GitHub, and of course, members will have a say in exactly how things work via voting on the via smart contracts on the Neo ecosystem, which is excellent. So let's head back here now and scroll down, and you can see some figures here. 385 million competitive sports audience, 424 major tournaments, eSports wagering over $5.5 billion. Now we have the Asura team. So you can briefly see all the team mentioned here with their LinkedIn profiles. What we're going to do though is have a look on their white paper, which has their team listed also. We get here. Now, the team here doesn't have the world of experience. When we try and mark teams on the spreadsheet, we look for massive organizations like Google, Microsoft, eBay. We're looking for these kind of people to give them points. However, the team here has a different kind of asset. These guys are all passionate gamers to begin with. The CEO himself has been playing games his whole life, as have a lot of the other team members here, and they have passion, which is, to create a gaming project, you need that kind of passion. People with blockchain projects or infrastructure projects, none of them were, 7 years old and thinking about blockchain or infrastructure. Or if they were, it's very, very rare. It's not something you do as a hobby. It's not something you really enjoy and get passionate about. Yes, you may be very passionate about your job and what you're doing. However, these gamers are a crazy bunch. That in the best possible way, they love their gaming. They get right into their gaming. And that's a massive asset that this young team has on their side. So let's have a quick look at the team here. We've got Peter Shen is the CEO. Peter's a serial entrepreneur, having founded an array of companies and brands. His main skills lie in marketing and branding, with many years of experience conducting business in China, delegating roles, establishing targets, and working with extremely tight timelines. Move on there, we have Eman Abdullahi, who is the COO of the project. Before Asura World, Eman's focus was in app building on Android and iOS, including co-building games on Android with local development studios. With his programming knowledge and also operational experience in development studios, Eman makes sure the company operates smoothly and efficiently. Next, we have Haoyang Feng, who is the CTO of the project. Now, Haoyang started coding since his early teens and has been involved in a large number of startups. He's a tech generalist who's deeply familiar with engineering, design, business development, and how everything can be aligned with good product management. Then we have Nathan Freighter. Nathan is the acting marketing manager for Asura World. So he has over a decade of experience in building businesses, growing sales, and identifying patterns of success. Nathan is also a co-founder of Outliers of Orbit, who is building dedicated communities around products and ideas using open and honest communication. We have Stephen Gove. Stephen is an online marketing expert with over 12 years in the industry. He has constructed, launched, and managed successful marketing campaigns for a variety of sites and businesses. Stephen joins the Asura team as a developer and also as an online marketing consultant. We also have Dang T Peng, who is based in Nanjing. Dang T Peng is an experienced software engineer previously at Huobi Nanjing. With Huobi's research into the area, he has developed a deep understanding of blockchain technology. T Peng joins Asura World as a core developer, primarily working in the network and database sections of the Asura World platform. Two more team members we have listed here, one of them being Kang Ji Hee. Ji-Hei is a senior developer and UX designer by day and esports content creator by night. Ji-Hei has also called into the project to implement Asura Platform's MVP and make the Asura World vision into reality with her front-end development skills. And Panding Huang, also Nanjing based. Panding has a master's in statistics and has worked as a data scientist in companies such as ZTE Corporation, one of China's largest telecommunications companies. And Panding will be calculating and implementing the betting odds for Asura World. Now, as I mentioned on their website, they do have LinkedIn profiles here. So you can go ahead if you want to do your own research, which is something I always tell you guys, do your own due diligence, guys. Don't listen to anybody on the net. If you're interested in a project, either in terms of investment or in terms of just wanting to play, if you're an esports fanatic and want to get into the project yourself, do your own research with everything in this field, guys. Let's have a look at some of the advisors who are also listed down here. Let's go back to the white paper, which gives us a bit of information there, more so than on the websites. So in terms of advisors, we have Stuart Fain, who's an honorary advisor. Stuart is the 5th employee of Oracle. I'm sure most of you would have heard of Oracle, or a massive firm there. He was originally offered the position of co-founder by Larry Ellison. However, Stuart was only interested in programming rather than business. He has extremely profound knowledge of the tech world and programming fundamentals, and today Stuart sits as the chairman of North Star Investors. They also have Nick Fuyita. Nick is a City of Zion contributor and senior software engineer at Crunchyroll. Nick brings with him a large array of knowledge and skills in Neo and Neo development. Nick will be heading the smart contract development for Asura World. So that one is absolutely huge to have as an advisor. And Nick will also be around, you know, further into the developmental stage once they have already launched. He just isn't here for the ICO. These advisors are around, you know, later into the lifespan of Asura World, which is excellent. Richard McDonald. Richard could be considered as one of New Zealand's most prominent social entrepreneurs. He has extensive experience with startups of all sorts, predominantly in networks, connecting businesses, setting up channels and more. Richard has helped immensely in the formation of the Asura World team. He is the chairman of Alexander's, a brand with over 100 years of history. We have Taylor Lui. Taylor is a seasoned software engineer for Konami, focused in Konami's slot machines department. I'm sure some of you gamers out there have heard of Konami. They have a huge list of awesome, successful games that they've brought out over the years. Taylor's experience and knowledge lies in gambling algorithms, creating and setting up games in Konami slot machines to retain customers. Cecilia Zhu. Cecilia is a part of the Perfect World Masters organizing team. Cecilia's roles include team scheduling, tournament organizing, marketing, and more. All of these are centered around esports tournaments and how they are operated. Cecilia brings to Asura World a wealth of knowledge and experience on how to run and manage the perfect esports tournament. So again, guys, we don't have, you know, massive brand names like your Googles and your eBays and your PayPals that we generally look for. However, they've got a team with specific skill sets that are perfect for the Asura World development. They brought together people with passion in the industries and the fields that they are in. Which is great and something that I like to see. You know, again, like I said, I did watch a whole AMA with the CEO, Peter Shen, and you just need to watch that. I'll link that down below so you guys can have a look as well. And his passion for what he's doing just shines through, and you know, to me that counts for quite a bit. So in terms of our spreadsheet and scoring them here, I'm happy to go ahead and give them 2 points out of 4 for the team section, as well as 2 points for the advisory section there. Now let's have a look at their community. Before we get to the ideas section, let's check out their community. So what we do is we scroll down here. Oh yeah, before we get there, you can see powered by Neo Smart Contracts, Alibaba Cloud. So let's have a look at Alibaba Cloud. High performance SSD cloud servers on ECS. So they will be partnering with Alibaba and running their servers through these guys. These guys worked with the Olympics, so it doesn't get much bigger than that dealing with the Olympics. They're going to be able to cover your needs. And we also saw Twitch there, of course. They are listed on ICO Bench, ICO Drops, Track ICO, and Coin Launcher. So feel free to go ahead, click on these yourself and have a look. Now let's open up their Twitter and their Telegram. Of course, my community score that I give in my spreadsheet is a combination of Twitter and Telegram followers. So on Twitter, we have 1,536 plus Telegram count of 8,594, which is, you know, a good number there considering their token sale hasn't launched yet. There's still a couple of weeks to go, so that will continue to grow over time. So that's about 10,000, 10,100. We can pop that into the community section here. 10,135, I believe it was, generating them a total score of 0.4 for the community section. Now, clearly there is lots of room to grow, which is a good thing. We don't like to see huge overpopulated Telegram groups. However, this is a very active one, which is also great. Now let's just have a look and see if we haven't filled out everything. The ICO price, okay, so the token price is going to be 2 US cents. We can get that in there, generating 0.5 points there. And there is an amount of 20% available in the first 24 hours only, which is good to see. Now I believe that pretty much fills out all of the sections bar our idea. So now for an idea, I like to look at the team, I look at the community, I look at the token metrics. It's everything combined in one for the idea section. And so for these guys, considering the passion I saw from the CEO, and of course seeing how large the esports community is and how much that is growing potentially over the next few years, I'm going to go ahead and give these guys a score of 2 for their idea section in there. Now, I believe that just about pretty much wraps up everything in terms of going through their website. We've seen their MVP. You can have a look here and see all of their token details for the token launch. The roadmap was long and extensive. We had a look at the team. We had a look at their demo. The whitelist is there. Again, guys, crowd sale beginning live on the 21st of May. So let's go ahead and get a final score for our spreadsheet here. Let's copy that. We have a grade of 20.17, which gives us a percentage score of 77.60, which is very good. 77.60 is going to slot them in there underneath Sweet Bridge, on top of Virtual Poker, you know, surrounded by SIL, Open Collectors Network, Awkward Protocol, Right Mesh, Thor is all around this region here. So guys, this is a good project. You know, especially if you are into your esports and that is something that you like playing these games. You know, I do recommend you go ahead and have a read of their white paper. It's listed right up there. It is a excellent white paper. It's easy to read. It's not as complex as some white papers and not too technical. You know, but it does go through a lot more in-depth and detail the fundamentals of what we have been discussing here during our ICO review. Clearly, we couldn't go through that whole thing ourselves. It would take a long time. So guys, that pretty much does it for this review. All in all, I like this project, you know, and I'm a gamer myself. So, you know, I'll be putting a lot of attention and detail into, you know, watching how they progress over the next few months and over the next year until their project is up and running. If you're into esports, if you're into gaming, I do recommend having a look at Asuracoin. All the details will be listed on my spreadsheet with links to their whitelist and also links to the website. So go ahead and check that out yourselves if that is something that you are interested in. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching me, guys. If you liked the review, please subscribe down below. It really helped me out a lot. And if you did like this particular review, give us a thumbs up and join the Discord for a chat. You know, we have my Discord channel down there, my ever-growing community. And if you have any ICOs that you'd like me to review, simply, you know, jot them down in the Discord channel and I'll try my best to get around to giving them a full review for you guys. For now, though, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. See you later. Bye-bye.